is these Ratex here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch these, remembering where my contamination is, and I'm going to say, circulator, can you please remove those out of the room, and can I have a new set of Ratex?
Yes.
Now this hand is contaminated, this one is not. So what I'm going to do is reach underneath and very carefully take this glove off, and then I can throw it away. And that's why we popped another set of gloves up, so that I can re-glove. Making sure that nothing is touching this here. So I want to scoot everything out of the way. We're gonna have our utility drape here. We're gonna remove that sticky part. We want the sticky part facing away. And what I do is there's this little tab on the sticky part. I put my fingers underneath that, and then we're going to princess wave. So the only thing exposed is the bottom of my palms here. I do push with my thumbs to give me some, first of all, like resistance, and I can push against the table so that my palms don't touch. So that sticky part is gonna go on the edge there. Very carefully, I'm just going to stick that line down. I'm going to grab this flap, not underneath, because remember my contamination is right here. It's not protected yet. So I'm going to grab this and then pull it down. Once that's pulled down, then I can go ahead and lay a towel over it, because this is our working end and this has to have a towel over it anyway. So that's protected. I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange my back table and set up. Grabbing my Mayo, protecting our hands again under this cup, sliding it down. Now I can move that closer to my table if I need it. I'm going to grab 3 towels. One towel goes on the edge horizontally. The other towel goes on this side horizontally. And then my long towel is gonna go on the side of my legs on the Mayo. And then I'm gonna turn this and tuck in the edges. And then the other side as well. Notice how I'm turning the Mayo and not myself. I'm not going in between 2 sterile surfaces. I'm not coming over here. I'm standing here and I'm just turning my Mayo from side to side. And then that's ready to go. And then I'm going to grab all my supplies that belong on my Mayo. So that includes my yank hour, my suction, my scratch pad, my light handle, and my Bovie. And then I can grab my stuff from my basin. I did pop my blade and my hypo onto the basin, so I would open that up and I would put those in here because they might be in your kidney basin and stuff. My septo goes in my basin, my syringe goes in my kidney basin, my sharps comes to my sharps area here, my pen would go in my kidney basin, and now the rest of I leave my trash in my basin because I don't need that, and then I can move this over. So really, when you're rearranging, you want to be very just noticeable about touching everything once. You don't want to be moving something to that side when it belongs over here, because then you're going to be moving it over here. That's an extra step that can be avoided. Now we're ready for our instruments. When we grab our instruments, we're going to make sure that we're not coming up to our instrument pan and touching. We want to keep about 12 inches apart from that, and we're going to reach in like this. So being cautious to not touch our gown or gloves to the edges. Okay, so we're going to reach in, and then I like to take a step back because I'm short and protect my back, and then we're going to lift it up and towards us. Your circulator is going to check the bottom. Whether it has filters, they're going to lift it up to the sky, and if it doesn't have filters, they're going to just check it for wetness or any debris. So this should not be up against my body like this. I should be holding it here the whole time. Also being cautious of my back, so this table is a little bit too close for my liking. It's okay to grab it and then take a step to the side as well. Okay, so now that she said that was good, I can lay this here. I'm going to grab a towel and leave it in the 3 divisions here. I like the open side towards me. I make the little doggy ears. And then I roll it like this. So you shouldn't be spending too much time on this. I just roll it a few times and I check it by putting it straight up in the air. If it stays, then your roll is good. If it slops down all by itself, then it is not good and you need to make it tighter. That roll is what keeps our instruments secure. Also, your mosquitoes should be facing your working side. Our working side is the side that's going to be closest to our patient bed. I can remove the stringer, maybe. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to put this underneath here. Our 4 steps, I'm going to put on the left side here, or our blades, I mean, or knife handles, goodness, I'm going to put there. And I'm just going to organize these a little bit so that they're not all over the place. That's going to get tucked underneath as well. Now I'm going to remove my balfour. That's that long piece, the bladder blade, the blades. There's no specific way to organize this, just so that it's in a way that you can count it. And that. So the only piece that's missing from this balfour is the little nut that goes on here. And then I'm going to take out my section. My Army Navies I want up on my Mayo stand. My section. So you should have 4 pieces there. And the rest you kind of just want to organize so you can see everything, you know where everything's at, and you can easily count it.